Good morning, YouTube. Zan here. Welcome back to the garage. This is going to be episode 1 of a long part of organizing, modifying, getting this set up as a real place where I can work on cars, bikes, have storage, have a workplace, clean up all of this stuff. So for those of you who don't know, Heather, Moto Girl, and I have moved into a new house. Obviously, if you've been watching any of my videos on this, you'll know. And it came with this nice garage. 1, 2, half, and a third bay over here through this door. Because this side's different. That's different. Oh, and the Fiero. And this can be most of the storage side. When we first moved in the house, which is through that window, needed a lot of work. So we piled a lot of stuff in here, and we've slowly been moving it back to the house, to areas where it can live in there. But this place has then just become like storage and movement central. So for today, we are going to talk about a couple of things I want to do to the garage, just kind of a wish list. Let me get this out of here. And we're going to fix something today, which is that LiftMaster professional line, blah, 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 half horsepower garage door opener. I've unplugged it already. But what happens is there's an internal gear that's plastic and it's ripped out. So first thing we got to do with any good garage video is turn the heat on. And there we go. I've got my Modine unit heater here. Pushing out a little bit of heat right now. Got a thermostat, gas shut off, everything. I used this last year when we moved in because we didn't have heat in the house yet. We only had heat out in the whole when we moved in. But when we were working on the house before we moved in, this is the only heater we had. The one in the house didn't work. So currently it's like 30 out, 45 in here, which is nicer. But that's going to get it up just a little bit warmer. It's cold. What's this? Bank pen. Cool. All right. So this guy over here has to come down. And if I'm not mistaken, there is a tensioner over here that I can loosen to loosen the chain, and then the chain wraps up around the top of this, up between the ceiling, and this looks like it's bolted on here, and that might be it. That'll drop these two arms off, and I think I can drop the whole thing out. There's no power to it. It's disconnected. There's no power to this extension cord because it's disconnected. There's no power to that light because I think the ballast is gone in it. I need to replace the lighting in here too. And then I need to replace electrical in here, but we'll get there. That feels nice. So let's go take those two bolts off and see if I'm right. So far, the only thing I've needed is a 1/2-inch wrench, and I like to thank Lulu for leaving this in my car at one point. You know who you are. Now, the other thing I got to do is disconnect the button system from up there to back here. I've got, looks like 4 wires, red, white, black, white, but it's calling it yellow. It looks very white from here, it might be faded. Those will have to be disconnected when I pull this down, and then I got the tension off the oh man, that feels really nice. I got the tension off the chain, so it should just drop right down. Problem solved. Yeah, that's my next project in the garage. Like, well, I guess I should sand the railing too. You know, I got a lot of things going on. All right, YouTube addendum. That rail that has the chain on it is actually connected to the top of the trolley opener. And for those of you who don't know, in my spare time, I'm an architect, unlicensed. I'm an architectural project manager. So that's a trolley opener. If it's mounted to the side over there, it's a jack shaft. There's a normal lift door, there's high lift, vertical lift. Anywho, and that's a very small spring. Wow. Compared to what I put in our industrial places. So, what we're going to have to do, I believe, and I would be way off on this, is there are two, I called cotter pins, I guess. These guys here, kind of like a cotter pin thingy. I don't know. I don't know what this would be exactly called, but these guys. And if I disconnect this here, now the door is disconnected from the lift. I'll put this back in here so I don't lose it. And there's another one up here that I think disconnects this whole track from the wall and everything, so it will move. Now the other thing is, I just disconnected this door. I'm pretty sure that this just lifts up now. So to keep anyone lifting it up while I'm working on it, which I don't think anyone will, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna. Oh, you are tight. Oh yeah, there's a bolt on that side. I forgot. There's this bolt, for whatever reason, was in this door when I bought the house. I've never removed it, so I can't use the lock on this side. So we're gonna have to get. No way. If this is. Okay, I say if this is 1/2 inch, then I've only needed a 1/2 inch and a screwdriver this whole time. But it's not, so. So he's smaller. Just take a couple with us. I'm gonna guess it's a 7/16, but could be off. 7/16 self-tapping screw into my door. I don't know why they did this, except that someone kept locking it and they were afraid someone would break something. But that door over there had it too. And when I moved in, the door was disconnected from the trolley opener, and I didn't know. I didn't know. I was trying to fix it, so I just kept locking that door every day. Okay, that's out. It looks like they drilled it right into an existing hole, but it widened the hole, so hopefully that's good. Oh, there we go. Now we're locked. This thing can only come up a little bit and back down. Done. No one can hurt me. All right, this pin's out on this side. The whole bar, the whole guide rail, I'm gonna call it. I don't really know what the proper term is for that one. Is off. I guess it'd be the trolley hoist. Whole trolley. I don't know. I'm gonna put this on the tool bench. This is for later when Editor Zan forgets where he put that because he had to order parts. So, yeah. I'm gonna set this ladder up this way. I think I can do this myself. I don't think I need another hand. It might be easier, but we're gonna lift this up, pull that bolt out, keep some pressure on it with the bolt in my pocket, and reach over here and take the other bolt. Where is it? There it is, and push it out. And now the whole system should come right out, which it did. It's going very gentle. Oh, there's mouse poop on top of it. That's great. Basically what needs to come out is the assembly that holds this gear together. Inside, and I'll show you guys when we get there, has broken. And so this internally just spins without actually spinning this, so the door won't go up or down. So I think I can come down off of this. We're gonna do this gently because we don't want to break anything else. I don't want to have to buy a new one if I don't have to. And if I take it, wonder how, ooh, slidey. Not good. Okay, so it's now got it. Separated it from the wall behind me. Now, Zen, why are you so particular about replacing and repairing this garage door opener? That's a valid question. Even though there's some stuff over here that needs to be rearranged. This is where Heather's going to park her new car. It's new to her. The 2021 Forester we just purchased for her. Nice car, actually. I was really impressed with it. Went and test drove a bunch of stuff, and she fell in love with that. So there we are. So, but I wanted to park inside in the winter, less for her to do in the mornings. Let's see if I can get this off of here. I think the end game is to actually separate this bar, just so I don't have to move the whole bar around. So if I loosen the chain off of this, which it looks like it's stuck on here actually, there we go. I'm gonna do some cleaning as we're in here, obviously, because it is not in great shape. Let's get our old trusty 1/2 inch wrench out, and yep, that's all it takes. It's 1/2 inch. Everything on this so far, besides the screwdriver, has been 1/2 inch. Oh, audio-wise, you may have noticed that the unit heater has kicked off, and that's a good thing because it's now nice and toasty in here. I'm actually a little warm. I just brought it up to like 55, 60, somewhere in there, just to take some of the chill out of the air. Oh, great. So I would have done that up in the air, but this end would have had nothing to support on this side, and then on that side, it would have just twisted, and I don't think I could have gotten a wrench really up in here with everything to hold this thing still. Now, what I really need in this shop, and we're working on that, is a workbench that isn't covered in anything, so I can actually work on something. Now, what the problem is we moved a bunch of stuff inside the house, which then left with like these Cena boxes that I want to keep because they have spare parts and stuff in them, but I don't want them in the house because they're motorcycle related. But where do I put them? Oh, I gotta bring all this stuff still inside. Crap. Oh, more Cena. Actually, this is our 20S stuff that we haven't had for like 5 years. I should probably go through that and throw it out. So, through the power of editing, I'm going to clean this desk up. All right, got the desk cleared up enough that I'm happy with it. Now I got to get this guy out of here, which is, I think, these 3 bolts from inside, but we'll see. Let me take the casings off this darn thing. I don't know how many I'll have to take off, but I'm going to start with this back, and then there's these side ones. I don't think I'll need the front because everything seems to be towards the back, but we'll see. I got to make sure I don't mess with any of like the travel distances, the forces, any of that. We don't want to mess any of that while we're in here, and we don't want that chain to move over there either. We want to leave that kind of where it is. That'll just give us a good base point for when we put it back up. If we put it back up, we have to also determine what the repair of this is going to cost compared to. Oh, okay. Okay, so I've got the 3 screws out. The whole backing is coming off. Now we got wiring to deal with. Oh man, yeah, that gear is chewed all sorts of up. Flip this without pulling anything out. Okay. I think, which It's terrifying. I think this connector in here should come out like wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Okay, good. Oh, that was it. Okay. One connector, whole back comes off. But yeah, see, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I can. This gear is all chewed up. There's nothing left to it. So this won't spin on this other gear that rotates it from the main motor. So there's a clip at the end. Let's remove that. Done. Okay. And then I've got 3 bolts. 1, 2, 3 that come from... It's so weird. They come from inside to outside. You would think this would be... nobody wants you to disassemble anything anymore. It's weird. And this is old, so like... And maybe this is something I shouldn't be doing. But it's smaller, so... And I think it's even smaller than this 3/8. Which I'm missing a couple wrenches in the SAE side department, so... It's probably the one I don't have. Which is a... Oh, I guess we're good. 5, 6, 4, 16. I guess we're good. Just got them all. It just looks like we missed some. That's tight. Upside down. I don't know if there's any tension or torque or anything on these, so I'm going to loosen them up kind of one at a time. Got the 3 bolts out, and this is just there's a gear on this end. I gotta figure out how to get this gear off to... Oh! I guess pull a little harder. And then this gear comes out. Okay, so this is what I needed to replace. Yeah, this thing is all sorts of chewed up. And then this gear just... Oh, okay. So this goes on the top of here like this, where this locked it in place. Okay, that makes a lot of sense to me now. Alright, so I've got gear dust, I don't know what else to call it, plastic residue from this guy all throughout this. I need to just... I want to get some of that out. So let's just flip this over. Also lost a bolt in there that I gotta recover somehow. I just don't know exactly where it went to. And of course, there's a giant motor in there, so that's magnetic. So that'll slow me down. I'm wondering if taking this metal shroud, looks like 4 bolts. Possibly. No, it's going to be held on by the other plastic side too. Still not bad. Might be the best way to go is... Yeah, I might take the side shroud off in the other end and just open this thing completely up. That way we can clean as much out of this material as possible, because I'm assuming this will absorb oils and can get into more gearing later in life and cause more problems. Okay, that side's done. Let's deal with taking this side off. Yeah, it's a little stuck together from years of being together. Love it. A little pressure. There you go. 1. Oof. 2. Whole thing fell in. Nice. Okay. Getting better, getting better. It's not great yet, but we're getting better. I keep putting things on top of my laptop. So I want to get my air compressor from my buddy who has it, fix that, hose this out, and replace that gear. The only thing I wonder is, will this spin? Oh, we need a control board, huh? Oh, drop the bolts out of the control board. Whoops, I was supposed to not do that. 1, 2, and 3, we are safe. Jeez, I gotta stop doing that. Let's unplug this if we're gonna be plugging in a control board. Oh, I don't even know if I can control it with this board plugged in because the controller's on the wall. That's funny, there's no open close button right on the opener itself. Let me see if I can get this. We got an antenna though. And I've got a garage door opener for another, oh man, someone really chewed into this one, huh? For the other side of the garage that is a duplicate. Maybe I can use this one for this one. Hey. But the problem, I really shouldn't do this. No, I should not do this. This doesn't have a limit switch system on it because the limit switch is built into this. This guy here. So there would be no control, so it would just continuously spin. Let's not do this. Okay, let's scratch that idea. Yeah, how about don't mess around with electronics you don't know what you're doing with Zan? And all the guys who've worked on garage doors in their life that can tell me what I've done wrong, go ahead. I won't listen. It'll be done by the time I post this video, but that's fine. I don't want to take it back apart. So I got to reorder this guy, this gearing system, because, wow, that is flat on that side. Because this got chewed up, assuming because something got stuck, that, like, you know, it didn't move for a long time, and then something just got pinched, which honestly could be the other side of the gear, like that this was held tight, which caused this to pinch, which caused that to pinch. So this whole assembly is like 10-15 bucks on Amazon. So I'm gonna order that. I'm gonna clean all this up. I definitely got to get that air compressor out here and get that. I think it's a bad switch on it. Fix that, spray this whole thing out, reassemble, readjust. And let's go look at the track over here. Like, is this the part that was binding? Was this end? Like, does this spin? Oh, this spins freely. Okay, so I don't know what was binding. So let's just reassemble and see if we can figure out where the problem is. It obviously was not this gear here, because this is what chewed up the other gear. And this gear looks like it's in great condition, so I'm just going to go with this plastic just got weak over the years. Or this whole assembly stops in. There's like kind of like a, I don't know if you guys probably can, it's like it feels a little gravelly, like maybe there's a bearing in here that went bad, maybe it got pinched at one point. But maybe because I moved everything around, everything's loosened up enough that it's good. Maybe the tension was too much on it, maybe, you know. So let's order a new one of these. We'll come back when I've got this new part in a few days, and we'll start the reassembly process. Okay, we're back for day 2 of fixing this overhead door opener. The opener for my overhead door, the trolley operator. Operator, that's the word I want to use. Heat's on, dark out. Got the old part here, all chewed up. I got the brand new one over here. Yeah, $15 off Amazon. Got a whole new parts kit. I don't know what. Looks like this is all to take, yeah, off this shaft here. But there's a new one of these. I didn't know this was coming with it. I knew about all this, and this is what I needed. So we're gonna see if we can fit this in here without replacing any of these parts, just because this is the part that failed. So I'm going to take this cap off. Done. This should slide right in. You guys can see it, hopefully. In there like that, nice and solid. I got to line up the bolt holes. 1, 2, 3. Voila. Let's just get this cap on here for alignment purposes. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Might have to do some adjustments on the upper and lower limits just a touch, because this is kind of a free spinning unit, but we should be close. This is actually very simple if you guys are ever looking to redo a overhead door operator. Okay, so we've got these 3, I believe, are for that. I didn't space these out well. You should have 4 of the same. 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 are for this side cover, and these 3 are for, well, these 2 go here and here, and this one goes in the top that goes into this. There should still be one in here. Yep, one in there. Okay, so we've got these guys, which I believe were 5/16. Yep, 5/16. And it's just opposite direction what I was doing before. Don't drop it like I just did. Alright, we're all back in here. Tighten these up. It looks like your 8mm. I've had to borrow Heather's tiny little wrench for this. 8mm is going to be just enough to get those 5/16 on there. Didn't seem to strip at all. Might have been tough getting them off with an 8mm. Might have been just loose enough, but tightened them up. Got them nice and snug, then gave them the 5/16 wrench to snug them up. Still got some dirt in here, some dust. Greased up all of the different gears, even some of the stuff that isn't part of this, but I guess will be necessary for it. Oh, okay, so that whole thing, okay, I see how this works. These are the limit switches. They're just wiring. This copper is the other side of it, and it will touch and then stop. Okay, upper, lower. No, yeah, lower, upper. Okay, cool. So limit switches are on that side. So this has to go on here like so. And now it's really loose because I popped it off. Side cover is 4 machine screws to the body. God, it's getting annoying. At least it's nice and warm in here now. I'm talking to myself. Alright, sides are back together. Everything it's kind of clean. It's not perfectly clean. I didn't get my air compressor yet and set up, so I can't blow it out, but I got a lot of the dirt and dust out. That looks good. Got to plug in this board to this wire here, and I just want to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Duh, obviously it's got to go this way. It's a little bit of a pain because it's tight, but look at it. Actually, it might be easier this way. teeth lined up. Very snug. We're on. We've got 3 different bolts here. You got 2 that go into metal, which are the finer thread. I don't know how far away I have to be for that, but finer thread ones go in here. The longer thread goes in the, it goes to plastic, so yep. Everything's back together. That wasn't that bad. That wasn't that bad. We got it all together nicely. Got got to get the bar, the trolley. 1 second. The trolley cable bar. What's that fucking thing called? Anywho, the rail, trolley rail, reattach to this and get this back on the ceiling. But first, we're gonna find something back here. This is chain lube for the road for your motorcycle, but I coat this in chain lube so that it has lubricant on it. I figure it's gonna be better than nothing. We got to find our 1/2 inch. The only tool we needed. We got to go back over. Yay. Now I have to make sure one side of this is tight before we go anywhere. And I'm going to say it is the side closest to me. It needs to be tight because this one has a tensioner on it. So if we adjust this a little tighter, maybe too tight. Actually, let's do this first. Let's get the holes aligned. Then we can adjust it. Okay. Okay, one mistake I made is this cover used to go right here to here. And it needs to line up with one of these holes, which means I had to have this one up here. Yeah, this one up here, but it's just a plastic cover. It's really going to protect if this chain snaps, right? It's going to destroy this little plastic cover. So we're going to leave it off for now. I might come back if this works and fix it later. But chain's all greased up. We got to get it in place.
All right, I got the bolts tightened just a bit. I gotta give them a good hell of a tighten. I got the wires hooked up. Now I gotta hook up the front, and then we'll be ready for testing and possibly a little bit of adjustment in the upper and lower limit based on that guy there, that this thing is supposed to attach to, because I don't think, yeah, I'm off by a bit. All right, doors mounted there and there. Now we just got to plug this in up there, and we should be able to test that the door at least the trolley moves the right distance or not. We're gonna let it do. We're gonna do a couple cycles with it. Make sure it doesn't max or min out. Okay, that's a good start. All right. Travel distance down more. Oh, is that flickering? Down more or less? So I'm gonna need less down, I think. Let's get a screwdriver. Insulation all over me, itchy already. Fingers crossed this works. Look at that. Booyah. All right. Now we gotta watch as it gets close up there to the end. I don't know if you guys can see it. We're right with the bolt. Okay. So let's see if I do this now while it's up. Oh, I was hoping it would rotate more. I want it to go down less. Let's give it a full turn there and give it a full turn up. Look at that. Send it back up. That's almost perfect already. Okay. Now we need to set it down so that it lines up with so I need those two to line up. So I need it to go down a lot less. So this thing says increase distance down, which means I want it to travel down more, should be that way. So less should be this way. So half, 1. Let's send it up and back down. Okay, that's closer. Let's give it 3 turns and see where we're at. 1, or that's half. 1, half. 2, half, 3. Now it should stop. Oh Lord, that's way too far. Okay, fine tuning. Half, 1, half, 2. Now we're gonna let's think. Let's give it a half a turn more. Man, I guess I was a lot closer than I thought I was before. Okay, and half. Good enough. We're gonna have to fine tune it a little bit, but we'll get it on there. We'll make sure the door works. It should be pretty good. Bulb is flickering. I don't like that. Let's take this and make it vertical. Quarter turn. Okay, fingers crossed this works. All right, YouTube, I've got it adjusted really well. It's tight to the ground there. Let's clean up this garage now. It goes up and down nicely. The lock should work. Light works. I don't like it flickering. I'm gonna see, actually, let's try this before we go anywhere. Let's take this LED bulb out. I think I had a problem with these LED bulbs because I wanted to put them in here and they would not light up to save the life of them. Yeah, for whatever reason, the LED bulbs that I have will not work in here. I don't know why. Obviously, there's something different. These are very old fixtures. But if these are just 120 volt, I can replace them with something. Yeah, it looks like a standard bulb. Spacer. Maybe they're not deep enough. Let's give it an extra snug up. Let's try her again. All right, so we're just going to say that the LED bulbs will not work in here. We'll get some at least fluorescence. So we're saving a little bit of power on stuff. I've got some fluorescence floating around somewhere I can replace them with. And then maybe we'll get like an LED light strip or something and put them on the bottom of this and make it look cool. What else we got? I guess what we should do is go that everything's tight up there. I gave an extra snug. Yep, we're good. I'm just gonna get sure nice and snugged up. Yep, up there is tight because it's a pin. Everything else was bolted together right. Let's give it a ride. Oh. Apparently I disconnected it. Nope, did not clip in. Huh. It looks like it can go down even more, actually. So I got to get my flathead back. We're going to send it down just a touch more. This actually might be a good idea. Drop the door all the way down and then run it until it clicks. So down more. Where are we at? We are there. And half a turn. There it goes. Beautiful. A little too much on the up. Let's take it down just a bit. Should be good. I don't want it hitting that bolt, and it's just on it, just barely. That one was crushing into it when I first bought the house. All the way up. Good enough. All right, YouTube. This has been the replacement of a nice internal gear of this thing. We have officially replaced it. I have the last garage door working. This one works. That one works. The one on the storage side works. Now we get to clean up this shop a bit. Garage. It's gonna be a shop, and we are gonna make sure everything is clear of this door. This way, as far back as I can, so that Heather may now park her car in here. I got to do the same on this side. I got to move some of this stuff over. Turn off all my fixtures here. Yeah. So make sure you're off. Good. So I think that's it, guys. I think that's how we're going to replace it. The first project in the shop is complete. I've got a lot more to do. But the good news is, slowly but surely, we will get there. We already have room to work on bikes. We about to have room. We we are about to have room to work on cars over here, or like my lawnmower stuff or whatever. Go Bills. We're in Buffalo, so yep, we got to organize, we got to move stuff, we got to do everything. But yeah, day one complete. I know I've got a couple friends that need oil changes that are going to come over. Now I have a bay to, well, I will have a bay to work on their stuff in at least. Give them a nice oil change, clean the shop up. I got to sweep all this out. Got to recycle oils. I got to stop leaking on my floor. Darn it. And we'll be good. So until next time, I've been Zan. This has been my garage project. Is that too fast? Voila. Heater still works. And until next time, you guys keep improving your stuff. We'll get better lighting in here. Maybe we'll do some stuff with acoustics. I don't know if it's too echoey. We'll have to do some feedback, some playback to make sure. And then we'll start working on these guys for the winter. I got more to do. I still got to clean some of my bikes up. They still have some crap that's on them. So I'm out. Peace, guys.